Hello everyone, this is Arrow, and welcome back to Sundown Muna Podfics. Today we'll be continuing Fuck Bullies by RandomWeirdCat. Chapter 29. Warning, there are some suicidal thoughts and possible triggers in this chapter. Izuku's eyes flutter open. He groans and tries to sit up. He remembers screaming and crying. Izuku curls up and heaves. He claws at his chest and tries to breathe. His heart starts to pound in his chest, a whimper escaping his lips. He wants to scream again. Izuku sobs, a shiver running down him as he goes to claw at the scars on his hips. Large hands grab him and he screams. He tries to pull away, apologies fall from his mouth, and he doesn't understand why he's apologizing. I'm sorry, please, Why am I apologizing? Nothing happened. He has to be annoying someone, right? He got to apologize for that and for screaming and crying. Kachan's angry at him. He's always angry. He's probably glaring down at him, and he didn't care if Izuku said sorry. A screech makes him freeze. He cracks open an eye and looked up at the creature staring down at him. His legs start to twitch, and there's adrenaline suddenly pumping through him. A Nomu screeches again. It's softer than the first one. It gently pulls at his wrist and kept his hands away from his hips. What? The other Nomu at the door screeches as well. Izuku flinches and the screeching stops. The Nomu tugs at him again. Izuku sits up and clenches his fist. He looks around for Kachan and finds no one else in the room besides himself and a pair of Nomu. What was he doing here? He was just with Kachan at school and he was about to... All for one. Keiji. Izuku sobs. Where's... The pain in his chest makes him hiccup. He goes to curl up, but the Nomu lets go of his arms and just watches him. He curls into a ball and tries to think of anything but Kachan in school. The teachers, his classmates, his mother, everyone just... His head begins to ache. A hand is on his back and he bites his lip, expecting pain to follow the touch. The Nomu above him coos and pokes at his back. Izuku flinches, cruel laughter echoing off the walls. He jumps up and looks around. The Nomu stares down at him with his head tilted. What? Another round of laughter echoes from behind him and he screams. Everything tenses up inside him. He clutches his chest and gasps. Was he dying? Was he already dead? No, the afterlife can't hurt this much. He tries to cover his ears, but ends up smacking himself in the head, and the Nomu grabs his hands again. His mother is suddenly whispering comforting words to him as she puts a large band-aid on his scraped-up knees and presses an ice pack against his swelling eye. Izuku looks around and only finds the Nomu staring back at him. You can't hear that? The Nomu above him coos again. Izuku tried to move but finds his chest tightening up against his will. He sighs at the pain and closes his eyes. He focuses on the pain and slowly started to fall back into his mind. An explosion goes off and his eyes snap open. Izuku looked at the Nomu again and he sees a blob of dark color in front of him. He squints his eyes to get a better look. The room only became more distorted. He hears the Nomu coo. He couldn't see it through the blurry haze. The pain in his chest moves down to his stomach. It began to feel like his intestines were on fire. The need to move and walk around felt like an itch that he can't touch. The pain in his stomach and sides increase as he grips the Nomu's hand. Please, I can't. He blinks and sees a blurry Kachan standing above him. He blinks again. His mom is smiling fine at him with her arms wide and open. He blinks, All Might staring down at him with his shirt lifted and wound exposed. People cloud his vision. The sickness inside his stomach as he finds more of his classmates and teachers staring down at him. A blink later, Aizawa-sensei is glaring down at him. He could picture his lips moving. You can't be a hero. Izuku squeezes his eyes shut. There's a slam of a door and the Nomu screeches. He opens his eyes and sees All for One standing in front of him. No, please, not him. I don't... The Nomu releases his hands and lets him reach out towards the masked villain. All for One tilts his head and gently takes his hand. Izuku? Anyone but him, please. I can't. Don't yell at me. I Izuku mumbles his sentences and merges words that don't belong. The all-for-one in front of him can't be real. He's seen so many others, and a hand presses against his head and all-for-one sighs. It seems I've added too much trauma on top of each other. Your mind is confusing memories with reality. He spoke so softly and it just sounded kind. All-for-one is kind. He gave him one for all, and no, that's All Might. He's the kind one. To waste such an amazing quirk on Izuku, and that's just... Izuku, you aren't breathing. All-for-one reminded him. He pressed his other hand to Izuku's chest and presses down. Izuku sucks in a deep breath and lets it out quickly. This has been an odd experience. He pats Izuku's cheek and kneels. Izuku stares into the dark mass with a frown. You're not real. You're in my head, like them. Izuku glances over All-for-One's shoulder and sees Kachana and his mom glaring at him. All-for-One tilts his head. Izuku, it's just us and the Nomu. Do you want me to? Izuku pushes the imagination away and ignores how real he feels. I've been trying. I haven't told anyone. I'll work harder, and... Izuku mumbles. All Might's standing in front of him again, blocking All-for-One from view. I'll stop breaking everything. I'll say sorry to Recovery Girl. I didn't mean to break anything. I don't know what I'm doing. He covers his head with his hands and whimpers. I've been training all day and night. I've imagined the egg in the microwave, and I'm sorry. Please don't make me. I don't want to be a Deku anymore. Izuku said. He tries to look up at All Might. His hero was no longer there. All-for-One hovers above him with his hand outstretched. Izuku, I'm real. It's me. No one else is here. It's just you and I. I sent the Nomu outside. Can you hear me? Izuku wheezes. Please don't take it from me. I need to make him proud. I can be a hero. I can do it. Izuku feels All-for-One's hand against his cheek and winces when the warm palm meets his cold and clammy cheek. I won't take it away. I swear, Izuku. All-for-One sighs. I can't bring you to the doctor. He'll just break you more and try to put the pieces in different places. That's all he knows how to do. All-for-One presses the tips of his fingers into Izuku's cheeks, and the blurry figures behind the villain disappear. Izuku wildly searches for them. What? I am real. No one else is here. All Might is not here. All-for-One explains, and Izuku just feels empty with the new information. But they aren't real. Are you? I am. Can you kill me, please? I don't want this anymore. I could do it earlier, but no one else is here. They won't know. You can... All-for-One pulls away quickly and stumbles. I will not kill you, All-for-One says in a tense voice. Izuku nods slowly. I'm sorry. I need to be a hero. I'll make them proud and show everyone I can do it. Izuku pauses. He really just wants to step in front of a speeding bus. All-for-One throws his arms around Izuku. Time. You need a lot of time to process everything and rest. So much rest. No one will be killing or harming you ever again. I swear. I won't let it happen. He gently squeezes Izuku. The boy instantly tries to wrap his scarred arms around him. I'm not worth that. You are. Izuku nuzzles his face into the chilly suit as a burst of warmth and numbness hits him. I'm tired, but I just woke up. It's okay. You can rest as long as you want. I'll wake you up when it's time to eat, All-for-One says in a comforting and soft voice. Izuku sniffles. He doesn't want to get his tears on the nice suit. You make a good dad. All-for-One laughs. I am a dad. He pets Izuku's back. I don't agree with the methods you and All Might are using to make you a hero. It's pathetic. You'd think the number one hero would know a better way to teach a child about how to use one for all. An egg in the microwave? What in the world does that mean? Izuku's lip quivers. He bursts out laughing uncontrollably. The tears in his eyes fall and his fingers clench into the man's sides. He's trying. All Might's a good teacher. He's just not used to it. And the egg is my thing. Izuku continues to laugh. All for One nods and laughs with him. Pfft, that child barely has enough brain cells to keep himself alive, and everyone trusts him with other children? A circus of fools. All for One mocks Yue. Izuku laughs again and blinks slowly. His head rolls forward and he squishes his face into All for One's chest. That's mean. Izuku's eyes shut and he goes limp. All for One waits a few moments before placing him in the bed. Maybe I should keep boosting your dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin levels. Or maybe not. He tries to peel the clingy boy off him and pulls the covers up, but the boy's hands grip his suit and collar with a death hold. KG's shoulders drop as he groans. Fine, you win this time. He pulls the covers up to Izuku's chest and sits down on the ground, allowing the boy to still hold on to him. Alright everyone, that is the end of chapter 29 for Fuck Bullies. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!